All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's discuss everything Solana. See what is happening with the price of Solana right now, and of course, what is yet to come as we do go into this upcoming week ahead of us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. As we're looking at the entire market today, we're seeing pretty much once again quite a bit of red across the board. I did not give you guys an update yesterday, just decided to kind of take a day off. But as we do go into Monday morning, we're seeing the overall red within the markets still stay the same. And the reason as to why this is the case is because exactly what we discussed in our previous update. Bitcoin dominance is shooting up, and compared to our previous update, Bitcoin dominance has gone up even more. Meanwhile, Bitcoin barely had any move. Bitcoin is holding quite well. So what exactly is causing this? Once again, Bitcoin dominance. So what exactly can we be expecting as we do go further into this upcoming week ahead of us? Potentially could be the week where we do see this Bitcoin ETF get approved, because of course, January 10th is the date everyone has on their calendars. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this week plays out. Could potentially be a massive week. And of course, we need to keep in our mind, it could go both ways. It could either be a good thing or it could be a bad thing as well, in terms of, if we see some sort of a delay in terms of the ETF approval, of the delay that, the date. Of course, that is going to put some more sell pressure, on the price of Bitcoin. And I think that is what is also causing the dominance to go up. Of course, a lot of people are excited, but at the same time, people are going into Bitcoin because Bitcoin does tend to hold better than altcoins when there is a sell-off. So there's a lot of uncertainty as well at the same time. So you'd be surprised at that, and that's not what a lot of people do, take into consideration. But let's take a look at what's happening with Sol, because Solana is below $90, and are we going to see Solana fall below $80? And this is something I discussed in my previous update. So if you did watch that, I kind of discussed what are some targets that I could be looking at. But I'm going to look at that today once again with you guys, see what is happening, and of course, what is yet to come. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And as always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the price, $89.73. Of course, we are below that psychological 3-digit price, which is at $100. So we're almost at $90, of course, down about 6% in both Bitcoin and USD comparative. Market cap currently sitting at $38.75 billion, with the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $2.7 billion. In terms of its 24-hour trading volume, I'm very impressed the way it's holding. It's been above a billion for quite some time, as far as I remember. And this really shows us the overall demand for Sol is definitely there right now. But what exactly is next? I'm sure the newcomers coming into the space are spooked by this entire red across the board, because I know we're coming out of pretty much three months, quarter four of last year, which was just green after green, some life-changing gains being made for a lot of people. But times like this can really be spooky. But let's take a look at what is happening with Sol's price right now, and of course what we could be expecting as you go further into this week ahead of us. So first and foremost, I want you guys to continue to focus on the price of Bitcoin. And just a continuous reminder, of course, it's better to show you charts rather than speaking. So that usually tends to help other people understand way better. And if you're looking at the charts, let me explain why this is so interesting. So you guys can see this for yourself. We've pretty much been ranging in the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level pretty much for 4 days in a row, as you can see this for yourself. We did see a bunch of wicks below the 0.50 Fibonacci retracement support line. But if you're noticing, every single time we're seeing the price of Bitcoin closing back into the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. So this shows the BTC's momentum right now. And as you can see, as we're recording this update, Bitcoin is sitting at $44,000. And if I were to show you this, you can see we're literally just 4% away for us to hit a new yearly high once again. So this should really give you an indication how strong Bitcoin is holding against the market. And of course, when you're looking at BTC comparative, sold down about 5.5% in BTC comparative, this kind of should answer your question as to why this is happening. And of course, look at Bitcoin dominance. picking up like crazy. So what does this tell us? Of course, newcomers coming to the markets might not really understand this. What this 54% tells us is that, about, let's go back on CoinGecko. So the entire amount of money in the crypto space right now is $1.71 trillion. And basically what that means is about 54% of this entire market cap is just solely in Bitcoin. And of course, that is a huge amount. And that's something a lot of people tend to ignore. So that's what's happening right now. But what is next for Sol now? Now that we have gotten BTC out of the way and Bitcoin dominance out of the way, what exactly is next for Solana? Because as far as Solana is concerned, we did see a double bottom occur. You saw that wick back on the 3rd, which went all the way down to around $85. We did see, Sol retest that support line, but seeing a little bit of a bounce since then. But if you watched my update, last time, I did say that there's a strong chance, if we do see Sol breaking below around this $85 mark, so $85 roughly. If Solana breaks below that, there is a chance, there's still a chance, as of recording this update as well, there is still a chance that we could be seeing a $76 to $77 Solana in the near future. And of course, if we want to put that into perspective, that's a move of about 13%. So how would that happen? What would cause this to happen? And of course, if we do see BTC dominance picking up, and even if BTC sees a little bit of a minor retest below this major support line, and we hear some sort of negative news, which will obviously put a little bit of a sell pressure on Bitcoin, that is going to cause Sol to potentially retest those targets. But if you are a huge long-term Solana believer, that is going to be another opportunity for you to be dollar cost averaging in at a cheaper price below the $100 mark. We've seen Sol hit $125 just late last year. So you're basically getting a discount. At this point, you're getting a discount pretty much everywhere across the market, and you can see this for yourself, around a 32% retracement. So like I said, the chance is definitely still there, but we're seeing BTC's momentum, which is obviously Bitcoin going back about $44,000. This is impacting Sol as well. So if Bitcoin pushes back up to yearly highs, I'm expecting that Solana is going to be one of the very few coins that is going to pick up really fast back into the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So do keep an eye out on that. Like I said, if you are one of the people that want to dollar cost average in at a cheaper price and not when it's hitting yearly highs after yearly highs, you are looking at that opportunity right in front of you right now. But like I said, this week is very important. One thing you want to keep in mind is just on the 10th, obviously everyone is excited. 10th doesn't necessarily mean that it's approval, right? There is a slim chance out there as well that we could see a rejection, and that will cause a massive wick. I'm very optimistic that will cause a massive wick if that were to happen towards the downside. And as we know, there was an article going around that if Bitcoin ETF were to decline, we could see a sharp drop of about 20%. So let's say the price remains at around 44K. What would 20% mean for BTC? 20% means for BTC we are going back down to levels like 35,100. So these are some things that we need to keep in mind when you are investing, because that is definitely something a lot of people are ignoring, and I don't want you guys to be ignoring that. And how do you overcome that? How do you make sure you do not get impacted if this happens? Basically, put a stop loss. Put a bunch of stop losses just to be on the safe side, and that way your profits do get closed out, and then you could pretty much pick at a cheaper price. But like I said, that is something we should not be forgetting. Of course, if this were to happen, in my opinion, this would be a wick that would be bought back up very quickly. But of course, a 20% pullback. And again, I'm just going based off of what we heard in that article, which came out about 3 to 4 days back. 20% means we will see altcoins getting absolutely shaken out like crazy. We could be seeing crazy, shake off for altcoins, and that could be probably the best opportunity for the entire market. For everyone at that point, because I don't think we'll see that opportunity once again. And the reason as to why I always keep that in the back of my head is because there is massive amounts of longs that are probably piling up again. So it's to shake out these massive longs. And of course, if you're leverage trading, this is not something you should be doing, and this is another example. But let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys think this could potentially happen? Do you guys agree with my overall analysis and my overall take, or do you think completely different? Of course, long-term perspective, as you guys know, I'm thinking Sol is going to break some records that no one expects, but we need to think realistically. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. See you tomorrow. I've been Crypto ZX, and peace out.